it's Shankster94, and welcome to Resident Evil 5 Melee Moves. Now, for any of you who have been my subscribers for the past 2 to 3 years, you'll know that I had a previous version of Resident Evil 5 Melee Moves. In fact, 2 versions. I had the original version, and then the improved version. Now this version, I'm utilizing my new HD capture card. And I'm going to make a separate part for each character once again, and I'm going to use partners on each character. But the thing that's going to be different is I'm not going to utilize so many special effects this time. If you remember in my improved version, I did the move and then I repeated it like 4 times. And then I slow-mode and fast-mode it and then mirrored it and then repeated it 1 more time. Now, back then, I thought this was an awesome style, and some of you agreed with me. But now that I look back on it, I can understand why so many people complained about it. I was just repeating the move way too excessively. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my current established style. I'm going to do the move, reverse it, and then slow-mo it. And then I'm going to have a partner do the same move so you can see it at a different angle. That is all I'm going to do. So you will not see the move so many times this time, and it will be a nice smooth flow for the moves. Alright, there you go. So this is Resident Evil 5 Melee Moves HQ. That's what I'm going to name these. Alright, now let's get on to the melee moves. What up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to Chris Redfield's Melee Moves in Resident Evil 5. And here with me to help out is my partner.
Hey everyone, this is Barry and Kareem.
What's up? Now, this is the first character I'm going to be doing, obviously. Chris Redfield, like the main character in the whole Resident Evil franchise, you could say, was in the very original. You got to know him. But he's changed a lot since Code Veronica, as you can see by his muscle tone. A lot of people believe that he took steroids, and I'm not really surprised if it were true. But anyway, enough about Chris. Let's get on with his melee moves. Ready up. Alright, so the order I'm going to do all the moves will be the same as my previous 2 versions. I'm going to start with the head move, then the arm front, arm back, leg front, leg back, ground, grapple breaker, front finisher, and back finisher. And if they have special moves in Mercenaries Reunion, then I will show those moves. And then I'm going to add a special move that I didn't feature in either of the 2 previous versions. I'm going to show what happens when a licker tries to charge you, and then what happens if they're floored. And then also, Chris and Sheva have extra moves within the campaign when you face off against Jill and Wesker, and I will incorporate those as well. But anyway, so that's the order I'm going to show the moves for all the characters. So to start with Chris Redfield's head move, it is the straight. Alright, now for Chris's arm front move, the hook. Now for Chris's arm back move, the kick. Now for Chris's leg front move, the uppercut. Now for his leg back move, the neck breaker. Now for his ground move, the Stomp. Now for Chris's grapple breaker, the top-down punch. Now for his front finisher, the Haymaker. Now for the back finisher, my personal favorite move in Resident Evil 5, the Backhand. Mercenaries Reunion, which is DLC for Resident Evil 5, characters can get special moves if they're partnered with certain characters. Now Chris can get special move if he is partnered with either Barry or Rebecca, and his two special moves replace his leg front and leg back move. So instead of the uppercut and neck breaker, he gets the rising upper and the hammer elbow. Alright, now for Chris to face off against a liquor. This will be the only character I have a partner do the hard stab, because all males do that same animation, so it's only necessary to have the partner do it once. And all females, their stab animation is exactly the same as Sheva's impale, so there's also no reason to show that with the partner. But I will show everyone doing the hard stab. Just Chris will be the only one, a partner does it as well. Okay, when battling Jill in Chapter 5-3, you can get a melee move when you either stun her or she's distracted. Chris throws her, Sheva does her skull crusher on her. So yeah, I'm gonna show you Chris throwing Jill.
Now, hold it down!
Alright, now when you fight Wesker in Chapter 6-3 with Chris or Sheva, you get more melee moves. If you stun Wesker to where he throws his arms out, you can perform an entire melee combo. Now Chris, his combo goes as follows: left hook, right hook, body blow, heavy blow, finishing combo. So here it is. Now another way to perform that combo is if Wesker gets you in a rhino charge. Now you must dodge it, otherwise you're gonna die instantly. But once you dodge it, eventually you'll come to the point where you do the same combo. So here we go. I'll show you the rhino charge dodge sequence with the combo following.
Wesker! Wesker!
Alright, another move you can get is one move, and it's a dodge move, or more of a counter attack. When Wesker charges you, when he gets in front of you, you must press a button sequence, and you'll be able to perform a counter attack. Now, the counter attacks do not have names, but I will name it in the description to the best of my ability. But anyway, now for Chris's counter attack against Wesker. Now another thing that can occur with Wesker is if you get close to him, sometimes instead of going for a rhino charge, he'll just simply grab your shoulder. then you have to wait a long while before a button sequence suddenly pops up, and either he's gonna throw you across the room, or you'll successfully press it, and you'll just shake him off with your knife or so. I don't know if this counts as a melee move because there's no actual impact, but I'm just gonna show it anyway because it looks pretty funny. Alright, I'm going to show you something very ridiculous, just to show an example of Chris's outrageous strength. I'm going to show you him punching this whole boulder, and this counts as melee because he's using his arms, like, pretty much the entire time. So enjoy. Alright, now for the last thing I'm going to show. I'm going to show you what happens, what you're supposed to do when you're battling Wesker for the final time. And I am only going to show what Chris does. If you want to see what Sheva does, then watch Sheva's melee moves. Anyway, here we go. This is the last move.
Now, Sheva, shoot him!
I can't without hitting you!
Then shoot through me!
And those are Chris Redfield's melee moves in Resident Evil 5. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I thank my partner, Berries and Cream, for helping me out. The next character will be Sheva Elamar, so look forward to that. Peace out.